And welcome back to the Deuce in Review, fellas. This is your host, Rad, from the Orlando studios. And this week we're going to be going over weeks 5 and 6. The league just wrapped up week 7, but we're going to take a look back at what's going on for the last 2 weeks. We had a lot of big games over the last 2, so let's jump right into the highlights. Jumping right into the week 5 action, we got Buffalo at Tennessee. Here we're going to see Buffalo's star running back, Spencer, go down with what I believe is a torn shoulder. Buffalo's going to be missing him for a couple of weeks, but let's see if Josh Allen and the boys can pick everything up. Allen looking over the right side, throws to his tight end, touchdown number 81. Josh Allen picking up the slack for Spencer. Who needs that dude anyway, right? Mariota bringing his team out, trying to respond from the 34-yard line. Delaney Walker going right, doesn't even juke, just sidesteps the DB, running, down to about the 34-yard line. Big pickup for big Delaney Walker. Mariota, on the very next play, looks over the right side again. Touchdown! Mariota ties the game up. Nice little drop in right over the DB's head. A few plays later in the fourth quarter, actually, Mariota comes out. It's a fumble! Buffalo recovers, and big number 58 at the 25-20, 15-10, touchdown, and Buffalo goes up 21-7. Josh Allen with the game still at 21-7, 2 minutes to go, trying to lock things up. He hands off to Singletary. Singletary, lots of room to run and nothing but open field in front of him. 30-20, linebacker trying to catch up but doesn't have the speed. Touchdown, and that's going to be the ball game, folks. Buffalo fully adopting the Patriot way. Next man up, and Singletary stepped all the way up on that one. Next game, we head out to Kansas City, hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis driving on their first drive of the game. Touchdown! I believe that's that. I keep forgetting that dude's name. Number 15. He's one of the league's leading receivers, but doesn't have a big enough name in my head just yet. Patty Mahomes coming out with his own offense, trying to respond here. Mahomes getting his offense set. Looking around, throws over the right side to not Travis Kelce. That's the backup tight end, number 88, and coach is very excited about that one. Kansas City ties up the game and has a little celebration. Mahomes, after an Indianapolis punt, looking down the field, right over the DB's head to find Travis Kelce to make sure he doesn't get upset about his backup getting more looks. Kansas City's offense. And it's the Flash out on the football field, folks. Dear God, that guy is so quick. Touchdown, Kansas City, 21-7 game, and it's in danger of getting really out of hand. And here comes Andrew Luck looking deep for his wide receiver. Can anybody guard number 15? He is the entire offense. The only guy Andrew Luck looks for, and it's working. Later on in the ball game, 24-20 KC, and they're looking to close the door on this game. Carlos Hyde, left side, touchdown! That's going to be the ball game there as Carlos Hyde closes the door. Next up, we got Washington in Miami, and Haskins brings it with his offense out on the field. He's picked off! Number 54, the Miami linebacker, looking to take this thing back to the house, and he does, as they can't catch him. Number 54, I can't see his name from here. We got some rain on the camera there, folks. Sorry about that. But Haskins comes back on the field, looking to respond, and Adrian Peterson with a quick juke, and it looks like it's the early 2000s, and he's the best back in the league. 10, 5, touchdown. Adrian Peterson with a long touchdown run. Hopefully that wasn't everything he had, and he's got some left for the rest of the game. So here comes Josh Rosen with his offense out on the field. 7-7 ball game late in the first quarter. Rosen looking around, and he doesn't have enough time to get anything done. He's sacked. Back at the 25-yard line, Miami ends up settling for a field goal. Haskins comes back out looking to make a name for himself this year, but he's picked off again. Number 54 owns a lot of real estate in Haskins' head here. His second pick of the game, and he's looking for more. 16-7 Miami later in the second quarter. Haskins, offense back on the field, single back set. He's looking around, looking deep over the middle. Number 80, I believe that's the tight end. Nice pick up there to get the offense down to the 18. After a field goal, it's 16-10 Miami. They're back on the field, and Josh Rosen, the young hope for the Dolphins, looking right over the midline, and he's picked off. Number 56, the Redskin linebacker with a pick, returns it back to the 44. Hopefully Haskins can get the offense in from here. A few plays later, he's on the 6-yard line for a 2nd and goal. Haskins, is he going to give it to number 29, Deuce? He's looking over the field. Three tight ends in on this play. Haskins looks over the left. Touchdown! Number 10 for Washington. and that's going to give them a 1-point lead. But no, they missed the extra point. So Haskins looking to make up for the inept kicker. Next drive, Haskins looking around, he's got a guy on the right, but he goes over the middle and he's picked off for the 3rd time. The hat trick for number 54. 3 picks by the Miami linebacker, giving Rosen great field position here. Rosen hands it off to Kenyon Drake. Drake goes over the left side, goes in untouched. Miami scores again to take a 1-touchdown lead. What is Haskins going to do? He's going to drive his offense down to the 16-yard line. Let's see what kind of play they're going to run. They go play action. Haskins, nobody open. Is he going to scramble? Throws it across his body, and he catches it. Touchdown! What a crazy play. Haskins against his body across the entire field. What the Haskins later on in the 4th quarter. And here goes Deuce again with a nice move to the outside. Barrels into the safety in a 23-all ball game. Here comes the Washington kicker looking to win this ball game with a minute left, and it's right through the uprights. 26-23, that's your ball game. We jump on over to Green Bay, hosting the Lions, and not Aaron Rodgers. That's Deshaun Kaiser getting sacked by number 96 Daniels on that play. Kaiser took a big loss there, but he comes on a few plays later, trying to prove that he has not rattled by the sack. Nice gain over the middle to number 81. Kaiser has the offense moving again here in the 2nd quarter. And here we are at the 5-yard line for Green Bay. Kaiser looking around. He's got a tight end over the middle, but he goes high over the top. Devontae Adams going up, making a play for his QB. Adams leaping over the smaller corner on that play. Matthew Stafford now down 10-3. Pitches the ball to the outside to Kerryon Johnson with a few quick moves, and Johnson looking like a pinball out here. Gets his offense down to about the 15-yard line, where Stafford and the team come out again. Stafford, look, he's got a bunch of receivers out here. Goes over the back of the end zone. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The young rookie got a little excited. Tried to run it out. Ends up getting out to the 2-yard line. After a Green Bay punt, Stafford's back on the field looking, and again he's picked off in the end zone. Stafford has the offense moving, but they can't quite get any points on the board. And later in the 3rd quarter, 13-3 game with Green Bay in the lead. Stafford is out here again. He's looking, sacked, held the ball way too long on that one. Number 94, Lowry for Green Bay makes a play. Green Bay offense back on the field, and here comes, I'm just going to call him Bubba Watson Jr. Jukes into the hit stick, fumble, picked up by Killebrew. Killebrew looking for some room to run, doesn't have any, but he gives his offense great field position. Lions looking for a field goal to get some points up here, but there must have been a big gust of wind coming right through the stadium on that play, way short on the kick. Green Bay offense back out on the field, and here comes Deshaun Kaiser, looking, and he's sacked again. I bet he wishes it was Rodgers on that play. Does a little dance on him too. And here comes the Lion offense from their own 41-yard line. Stafford again finds his wide receiver and knocking dudes off. Who is this wide receiver with all this strength? Gets his offense down to the 11. Give that guy the ball again. Watch number 19 on this play, folks. But Stafford again pitches it out to Kerryon Johnson, who takes it outside, does not juke in anybody this time. Instead gets his team down to the 7. Stafford might play it safer just to make sure they get some points on this drive, but no, picked off again. The hat trick from Matthew Stafford. Next, we jump on over to Pittsburgh, visiting the Los Angeles Chargers. Roethlisberger finding Juju Smith-Schuster on the left side for a nice little 20-yard pickup, and the Pittsburgh offense is on the move. Roethlisberger dropping back again. This time he finds Juju on the other side of the field for another nifty little pickup. Juju with a nice little spin move to keep the chains moving. 3rd and goal here. Roethlisberger, is he going to throw it again? Hands off to Connor, and he's stuffed at the line. Big play by the Chargers defense. And here comes the Charger offense after a quick blackout on the screen. The lights are back up. Melvin Gordon here getting the pitch from Rivers, and he's faster than that linebacker or defensive end number 97. Quick juke here and picks up another 5 yards. Melvin Gordon with 35 yards in the game so far. There go the lights again. Bring him back up. Here we go. Phillip Rivers dropping back to pass, looking around, but T.J. Watt right in his face for the sack. Watt coming in hot off that left side. Rivers surveying the field here. He's got 4 wide receivers in the game. Looking. He throws it for his tight end. May have been interference, but doesn't even matter. He goes up high for the grab. 3rd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Rivers looking to get in the end zone. Tipped up by the DB. What? Keenan Allen for the touchdown. I believe it's now a 7-3 game Chargers. Yes, it is. Roethlisberger bringing his offense out. And look out, there goes Joey Bosa on the loose. Sacks Roethlisberger for about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 23, and Bosa back in Roethlisberger's pocket. That right tackle might need some help. Pittsburgh ends up punting, and here come the Chargers driving down the field again. Play action to Gordon. Rivers looking over the, oh, look at that nice catch by Keenan Allen. DBs just ran right into each other. And here comes a pitch to Melvin Gordon, who is a grown-ass man. Just mollywopping all over those DBs. Touchdown. What is going on with these lights in this stadium? Later on in the second quarter here, Rivers, DB, looks like a grab. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. Phillip Rivers with his offense down at the 4. Hands off to Melvin Gordon. Another touchdown, 21-3. This one might be getting out of hand if Pittsburgh doesn't get things going. Roethlisberger with all his receivers out there, but he had decided to hand it off to Wilborn with a quick juke over the left side. Tons of space in front of him at the 25. Can he outrun him? Yes. 10-5. Touchdown Pittsburgh. That's exactly what that offense needed, and it's now a 21-10 ball game. And here comes the Charger offense back on the field. Melvin Gordon, part of the play action. Rivers with a beautiful touch pass over the right side to Keenan Allen again. And now with the offense at the 43, 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Rivers looking around, TJ Watt back in his face. So after a quick timeout, the Chargers are forced to punt from their own 49-yard line. Pittsburgh, that's Horton, who's known as one of the fastest guys in the league, just takes off as soon as he gets the punt. Quick spin, and there's a lot of green on that right side. Here he goes. Doesn't even juke, but runs right into number 25. Nice return there. Pittsburgh already in scoring position. Roethlisberger finds Juju Smith-Schuster again, and he's down to the 12-yard line. 25 seconds left, 3rd and 3. Play action to Connor. He's got a guy open in the back of the end zone. It's Juju on that beat one more time. As Pittsburgh is right back in this ball game, it's 21-17. Start of the third quarter here, the Chargers going to try to get into some decent field position for their offense, but number 34, Muhammad, has nothing but field in front of him. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown for the return touchdown. The Chargers keep pulling away from Pittsburgh. Can they respond again? 28-17 with a little under 10 minutes left in the third. And look, is that Horton again? Horton hears a who? That's Walton, I'm sorry, not Horton. Roethlisberger looking around. He finds Juju, but nothing over on that side. I believe that was James Washington. Either way, it's a pick. King Jr. shakes off the wide receiver, runs another one back. Chargers have now scored on defense, offense, and special teams. Normally that's a guaranteed dub, but let's see if Pittsburgh has any way to respond. Here's the kickoff, and they should get some decent field position here. Horton. It was Horton, not Walton. Oh, Walton's the running back. Either way, Horton with another long return. Nobody's left to tackle him. Horton at the 10-5 touchdown. The young man now has a punt and a kick return in the same game. What is going on in this ball game, folks? Now, I normally don't show kickoffs unless something happens, so are the Chargers going to get another one? Here we go. No, had to keep you guessing. They still get pretty good field position starting at the 38-yard line. Play action here. Rivers surveying the field, tons of time back there. He's just going to throw this thing up. Push off. No way. Refs don't call it. It's a catch down to the 8-yard line. We'll call it a grab. It's okay. Refs don't call it. Doesn't really happen. And it's a pitch out to Melvin Gordon, and there's nobody left on that side of the field. Nice blocking by the offensive line and tight ends. It's 41-24 with 4 minutes left. Roethlisberger rolling out, and he finds Juju Smith-Schuster again. It's a long name to keep saying over and over. Pittsburgh offense still on the field, and Joey Bosa gets him again. Checking his hand to make sure he's not a cyborg. The man is not a human. Here comes Roethlisberger again, looking over the field. He's setting up a screen, and looked like it was going to get stopped, but look at Walton. That's Walton. That's right. I knew who that guy was. Touchdown to Walton over the left side on the screen pass. 41-31 ball game. The Chargers are forced to punt on the very next possession. Can Horton hear another hoop? Takes it at the 1-yard line, and he doesn't get much after that. The kid got greedy, but who can blame him? He's running everything back in this game. Roethlisberger has his offense driving at the 37. This will be the last play of the 30. Finds Juju on the left side, and that's another first down. So in the fourth quarter, they're down by 10. They can take a field goal here, but Roethlisberger wants more. They get another first down on 2nd and 9, and they're down to the 13-yard line. A few plays later, it's a handoff to James Conner. Right up the middle, got stuck on the D tackle, but doesn't matter. It's a 3-point ball game for the Chargers with 4 minutes left. Here is Melvin Gordon again. Actually, that's Eckler, excuse me, with a short gain. There go the damn lights again. Chargers setting up for a field goal, and he misses it. Pittsburgh with a chance to tie this ball game if they can get into field goal range. 3 minutes to go in the fourth. And there's Walton over the left side. Nice spin move. He doesn't have the speed to keep going, but it's a big gain for the Steelers. Roethlisberger now just doesn't need to turn the ball over, and they can tie this thing up. And there is McDaniel getting his team down to the 25-yard line. Roethlisberger with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, and there's Walton again with his fancy footwork. This offense is driving. Where's Joey Bosa when you need him? They're down to the 3-yard line. Here they go, play action, wide open on the right side. Did he get in? Yes, he did. I believe that's McDaniel again. Phillip Rivers, now he's down for the first time in this ball game, 45-41 with a minute and a half to go. And swoop! Rivers almost got picked off. He got sloppy on that one. Lights go out one more time. Rivers in the dark. He gets his play started, and he finds again. Whoa! Keenan Allen getting lucky again. The DB swats the ball right into his lap. Rivers, now he must feel like he can do no wrong in this game. He's at the 37-yard line, little over a minute to go. Hands off to Gordon, but nothing. Tried to catch Pittsburgh napping. We're not sure what's going on with the lights, folks, but we're going to push right through this thing. Rivers on a play-action pass, kind of sidearm chucks it, and it's very inaccurate. Now it's 3rd and 11. 50 seconds to go in the ballgame. Pittsburgh, can they hold on? Pressure in his face, but he completes the pass on the left side. Phillip Rivers not cracking under pressure. That was Mike Williams. Here comes Rivers again, handing off to Melvin Gordon. They're getting very, very, very creative with the play calling down here. Normally you would pass with that much time on the clock. They're still counting on the run game. 20 seconds to go. Rivers, Watt was in his face again. Throws it up in the end zone. Touchdown! No, it's dropped. Keenan Allen could not hold on. 14 seconds in the game. Rivers, all kinds of time. Same play call, but this time Keenan gets loose. Keenan Allen. Wait, that's Mike Williams again. I'm sorry. The Pittsburgh Steelers may have been focusing on Keenan and left Mike Williams open in the end zone. But look what happens here. Chargers missed the extra point. So 9 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. Pittsburgh, can they get into field goal range? Look at this. Nice catch by Juju to get him down to the 49. It's all or nothing. No time to set up for a field goal. Roethlisberger looking, throws it up in the end zone. Nothing. Chargers hold on for the victory. Steelers coach looking dejected, but hey, you guys played a great game. What a ball game. Let's take a look at some of these stats. 310 yards passing for the Chargers, 217 for Pittsburgh, but 218 yards on the ground for the Steelers. And hey, nothing to hang your heads over. There are no moral victories, but look forward to next week. So next up, we have Jacksonville hosting the New Orleans Saints, and New Orleans opens the ball game up with a nice pass to number 87, I believe is their tight end, and I forgot the dude's name already. Next up, at the 49-yard line, New Orleans on 3rd and 10, looking to get the completion here and keep the chains moving. Drew Brees looking around, broken up by Jalen Ramsey. Careful testing that man there, Drew Brees. After a Jaguars punt, the Saints offense is back on the field. Alvin Kamara, if he would have waited for that block, he might have gotten a few more yards, but that dude was going way too slow. New Orleans still driving, now at the 45-yard line in a 0-0 ball game. 5 minutes to go in the fourth, and there is Latavius Murray with a nice little scoot and run. 33-yard line for the Saints offense now. Brees coming out looking to pass. Can he get his team in the end zone? Brees, surveys, again testing that right side of the field. I believe the Jags were in man, so that was not Jalen Ramsey. Jaguars offense now with newly acquired Nick Foles, passing it to Marquise Lee, and he breaks free. Marquise Lee to the 10, 5 touchdown. Cameras cut away at the last second. We didn't see him score, but it's a 7-0 ball game, folks. Saints offense now back on the field. Michael Thomas showing off the speed here, turned on the Jets, gets out of bounds at the 21. 3 seconds to go in the first, and it's a handoff to Latavius Murray. Touchdown! 7-7 ball game now. Are we looking at another shootout? 3rd and 22, staring Nick Foles right in the face. Puts a man in motion across to the other side of the field. Foles dropping back, looking around. He's got the time and catches Marquise Lee again, but not enough for the first down. Jaguars are going to have to settle for a field goal here. Here is I believe Lambeau's a rookie, but he's got plenty of leg on this one. Kick is up, and it is good. 10-7 Jags. The New Orleans Saints come back on the field with about 5 minutes to go in the second. Kamara with a nice carry here. Nifty moves. Doesn't quite have the speed, but he's got the jukes. Kamara down to the 20. Can't catch him. Touchdown, Alvin Kamara. And then just like that, the Saints take the lead 14-10. Can Nick Foles bring in some magic? He finds D.D. Westbrook on the left side with another nice move. This little screenplay turns into a big gainer for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're at the 28, 2nd and 13, 3 minutes to go in the second, and the Jags avoid the pick, and D.D. Westbrook making a play there for his QB, who should have been picked off on that play. 17-14 Jags. Here come the Saints in the second quarter trying to respond before the half. Michael Thomas with another big play. Is there anything that man can't catch? Drew Brees with a glowing X at his feet. He is just lighting this offense up. 1.5 minutes to go for the Saints. Can they get in the end zone before the half? And the pass is broken up by the safety. Late reaction, but he does get the breakup. 17-all, and we move on to the third quarter. And that is number 51, Edwards, with a sack. Sorry about that, my mind is playing catch up because the action is happening so fast on the field. And there is number 87, Cook, one more time with a touchdown for the Saints. 27-23 ball game, folks. 2 minutes to go in the fourth, and the Jags need to get in the end zone to take the lead here. And nice pass there by Nick Foles. So I believe that's D.D. Westbrook again. 4th and 1, 1 minute to go. This is your ball game, folks. Saints come out in the 3-4, looking for the pass, and the Jags run it right up the gut to take a 30-27 lead. The Saints, they know what they always say, too much time on the clock. Can Drew Brees respond? He is sacked by the defensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's now 3rd and 12 with 40 seconds to go. Brees looking, he finds Cook again over the right side. They might want to put a corner on that tight end. Here comes Drew Brees in the offense with 27 seconds left. Can they get into field goal range? Brees finds, I couldn't see the number, but he finds a wide receiver over the middle. Here comes the kick. And the guy was iced. Will the accuracy be affected? It is shanked to the left, and the Jags hold on. Next up, we have the Panthers visiting Tampa to face the Bucks. Newton comes out in the shotgun. We're using the blimp cam for this game. We had some issues on the field, so we're up in the sky with the bird's eye view here as Newton completes a pass over the middle. And we have some lighting effects here just for the just to go with the blimp view. And Newton completes another pass over the left side, getting his offense down to the 20-yard line. And now, so Newton comes out under center this time. 20-yard line late in the first quarter here. Cam looking, and he finds Greg Olsen on the left side of the field. Olsen gets his team down to the 3-yard line. Very next play, Cam shotgun again, and he's going to take it himself right up the gut. Touchdown Panthers, 7-0 Carolina. Jameis Winston brings his offense back on the field. Looking around, and finds, I believe, is that Cameron Brate right over the middle of the field for a nice pickup. Winston still looking to eat some W's out here. He surveys the field, looks around, and he chucks it up. Look at Mike Evans going up over 3 Carolina defenders. Big play there. And the blimp again affected by the rain and the wind. Then here we go, Cameron Brate. No, that's Godwin getting his team down to the 1-yard line. Winston now under center, has his offense on the doorstep, and he hands it off, and touchdown, Bucks. 7-7 ball game now. Later on in the second quarter, Cam Newton has his offense driving again, and Christian McCaffrey proving he is not all speed. He's got some muscle in that frame, and he powers over some Buck defenders. And again, the wind and the rain affecting our view, but we do see Godwin go. Oh, that's Mike Evans again, going up over 2 Panther defenders. Can they stop this man? Jameis Winston in the shotgun, looking. He's got tons of time. Goes over the middle. Touchdown! I believe that's Perriman. Beautiful throw there by Jameis Winston. Now a 14-13 game later in the second quarter, and we got some rain on the camera lens here, but we see Cam Newton firing over the middle, picked off by an orange blob wearing an unknown number. But the Bucks get the ball right back at the 40-yard line. Can they take control of this game? No, they're forced to punt, and the Panthers get the ball back. 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Cam hands off to Christian McCaffrey, and there's the speed that we all know. McCaffrey down the left sideline, and he's finally taken down at the 29-yard line. Later in that same drive, 20 seconds to go, Cam Newton, will he take this one himself again? No. Pitches it to the outside, and Christian McCaffrey barrels over another defender. Touchdown, Carolina. Later in the third quarter, it's 23-21 Panthers. Jameis Winston trying to get his team back in this game. Quick pass over the middle to get them down to the 23-yard line. I haven't seen this blunt view since like Joe Montana Sports Talk Football. But here goes Winston again. Receiver holds onto the ball, despite getting mollywopped by the safety. Later on, Winston hands off, and I forgot that running back's name, but number 22. The second coming of Emmitt Smith, apparently, and he gives the Bucs the lead 28-26. Later on, we got Perriman going down the right sideline, taking this one. Is not caught. I can't find any words, but he gets in the end zone. Touchdown Tampa Bay. It's 35-26. Panthers driving on the very next drive. Newton looking. He heaves it down the field. And look at this. It's another touchdown. A bomb from Cam Newton to get his team back in the game. Later on in the game, it's 35-33. And Jameis Winston is picked off by the Carolina defender. Carolina gets the ball back with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Can they take the lead? They're down by 2 with Cam back. He's going to take off, but he's taken down at the 42-yard line. Later on, Carolina looking for a field goal to put themselves up by 1, and the kick is no good. Wide right. Jameis Winston trying to calm his offense down, and he finds Perriman again right over the safety's head. A beautiful throw there. And the Bucs extend their lead as Perriman again showing off the speed. 42-33, 5 minutes to go. The Panthers are just trying to save some face here. But no, they're trying to get back in the game on a deep throw by Newton to number 10. They cut the lead down to 3, but they missed the extra point. Later in the game, it's 42-40. Bucs with Jameis Winston looking to give his team some breathing room. There's a minute and 30 left in the game. They missed on third and short, and they also missed the field goal, so Carolina gets the ball back. 42-40 ball game, 1 minute to go. Can the Bucs defense hold? No, they don't. Carolina is already in field goal range. They're at the 36-yard line, but will they settle for the field goal? 40 seconds left. Cam looking around, surveying the field. He's got nobody open, so he takes off himself. Cam breaking ankles, covering the ball. He's trying to truck over the safety. Should the Bucs just let them score here? They're already in field goal range. They're knocking on the door of the end zone. If the Bucs let them score, they get the ball back with a chance to go ahead again. And that is exactly what they do. Number 12 with the touchdown catch right over the middle of the field. Bucs down by 6, 15 seconds to go. Jameis Winston heaves it. Oh, beautiful touch pass to the running back right over the safety and in front of the linebacker. Or reverse that, over the linebacker in front of the safety. Bucs, 2 seconds to go. Winston goes over the left side. That's going to be well short of the end zone, but he gets to pad his stats just a little bit. Bucs lose a close one as Carolina came roaring back in this game. They trailed for most of it, but they end up pulling it out in the end. 331 yards passing for Carolina, 250 rushing, but the Bucs put up. Coming down the home stretch on these highlights, we have Seattle going to Cleveland, already up 7-0, and they pull ahead even further on a nice touchdown run right up the middle, 14-0. We cut ahead to the fourth quarter, 38-24 ball game. The Browns and Baker Mayfield trying to get themselves back in this game. Mayfield drops back to pass. He's got all kinds of time. He heaves it over the middle. Nice catch there by Njoku. Njoku gets his offense down to the 39-yard line. Mayfield on the very next play. He's got a man in motion. Seattle seems to be content playing bend but don't break defense late in the game here. And that opens the door for another completion from Mayfield. 22-yard line. They're down 14 points. Got to get in the end zone here. Mayfield surveys the field. Looking around. He goes over the middle. Beautiful touchdown catch in the back of the end zone by OBJ. Browns now down by a touchdown. They get the ball back after a Seattle punt. Mayfield dropping back to pass again. Running game be damned, and he's sacked. Nice pressure there with a blitz on the right-hand side by Kendricks. Mayfield on 3rd and 15. This is probably 4-down territory with three minutes left in the game. And he finds Jarvis Landry over the middle of the field for the first down. Mayfield again, dropping back to pass out of the shotgun. He's got nobody open, and he's sacked again. Seattle without blitzing, but they send pressure with just their front four. Mayfield on 3rd and 19. Seattle looking to keep them in a long yards to go situation. Mayfield looking around all kinds of time again, and he finds Njoku over the left side. 4th down, 9 yards to go. This could be the ball game here. Baker has 2 receivers open, and he goes to Njoku for the first down, and they're down to the 15-yard line. Mayfield now with a chance to tie this ball game up, He's looking, and he finds OBJ again. And the Browns have tied this ball game up. Wait a minute, we're looking at the extra point, and he missed it wide right. And the Browns lose the game by 1 point. Here we go with a bonus highlight here, folks. This is actually from week 3, but it's one hell of a play. Phillip Rivers looking over the left side. Look at this defensive end. Get up there, big boy. Going up for a beautiful interception. That's going to do it for the highlights this week, fellas. Lots of big games over the last 2 weeks. Lots of high-scoring games, lots of big plays. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the highlights. We'll see you next week. We'll be covering week 7 and 8. But enjoy the rest of the show and keep coming up with these big plays. Makes the show a whole lot more interesting. See you on the other side. Hope you guys enjoyed the highlight reel there. Let's take a look at the rest of the scores from around the league. Big shout out to our new intern working in the graphics department as we continue to grow the show and grow our staff. You can see that the Lions and Dolphins had a bye in week 5. The Rams win over the Seahawks, the Jets win a close one over the Eagles, Giants blow out the Vikings, and the Bears, looking further down, blow out the Raiders. We had a lot of big blowouts in this week, so most of our highlights came from week 6. Lots of close games in week 6. The Bears, the Bills, Raiders, and Colts all had a bye. Yeah, we saw the highlights from that Seahawks and Browns game and that Jags and Saints game. But aside from that, the Giants beat the Patriots by 16. We had the Packers and Lions. We saw that game actually. Jets beating the Cowboys 23-3. And we had the Falcons blowing out the Cardinals. Eagles and Vikes was a close one, but we didn't get a chance to get any clips from that game as there were no actual owners involved. And then we skip ahead to take a look at the overall standings. In the AFC, we have the Bills. This is through week 6. Keep that in mind. The Bills just had a bye week, so they're 4-1 atop the AFC East. Jets right behind them at 3-2. At this point in the season, the Jets had gone on a 3-game winning streak. In the AFC North, the Bengals at 6-0 with a 2-game lead over the Browns, and the Chiefs, who have been scoring on everybody at will basically, at 6-0 as well. The Jags are picking up steam as that defense has been lightning quick out there on the field. They look 4-2, 1 game ahead of the Colts, who are 3-2. At the bottom of the league has been the Broncos at 0-5. Bit of a surprising start given the talent they have on defense. Over in the NFC, we have the Redskins leading the charge in the NFC East at 5-1, 2-game lead over the Cowboys and Giants both at 3-3. The Packers at 4-1-1 are ahead of the Bears, even with Aaron Rodgers being down for I think the last 2 games. That defense in the running game has been carrying them, and Deshaun Kaiser has been holding water, let's just say. The Falcons at 5-1, leading the NFC South over the Saints, who are 4-2. And we have the Rams down in the West at 4-2 as well, with a 2-game lead over the Seahawks. 49ers down there 1-5. The Vikings, bottom of the NFC, at 0-5 as well. And that's just about going to wrap things up for the show, guys. There were a few more segments we wanted to go through, but with all the highlights and big games we had, we kind of had to scale back on the rest of the segments. We wanted to go over the draft class, maybe some key injuries that we've seen, and maybe some key transactions, trades, free agent signings, extensions, things of that nature. But we'll save that for next week's show. Next week we'll be going over week 7 and 8. We'll be at the halfway point in the season. We can take a look at who the contenders and pretenders are, and again, any big signings or major transactions that we've seen. So thanks for tuning in this week, folks. This has been the Deuce in Review. Hope you enjoyed the show. Get out there and keep playing some Madden. We'll see you on the other side.